Hello and welcome to my channel. I am your host Nagesh Deshpande. In recent past, many mid-career professional has reached out to me asking a question, a definite question which is bothering a lot of IT professionals right now. Why there are very few jobs when I am reaching 35 or more than 35? So, in this episode, we are going to discuss why job hopping stopped working after 35 and what to do instead. To speak on this topic, we have a new speaker, Rahul Kumar. Rahul is a release train engineer. He's a safe practitioner. Has done many agile transformations. Expert in delivery governance, enterprise agile coach, AI augmented delivery. He helps banking, insurance, and fintech organization build predictable delivery through agile operating frameworks. We will discuss further with Rahul on this topic. Rahul,
Hey Nagesh, thank you for this opportunity, and it's my pleasure to be on your channel.
how are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
Yeah, doing good. So since last 2 days, it's raining very heavily in Pune. Now it's much better today, sunshine and all that. Weather is very nice. Ideal for a cup of chai or coffee. How about Bangalore weather?
Uh, it's very pleasant always, and I always find Pune and Bangalore's weather almost similar.
Almost
But
similar, yes.
yeah, but this year rain is not good here in Bangalore.
I can see that. Great. So, Rahul, just let's get us started with our topic. We both already crossed 35 now, and it's very difficult situation. And there are a lot of tons of people, like thousands of people who are currently struggling in our industry. So, what exactly happens, and why does job hopping stop working after mid-30s? What might be the reason? What do you think?
First of all, I have a habit of starting with why. First, why
Why?
you need job hopping,
Right.
right? So why you want job hopping? First question is this, right? Uh, I assume you are looking for a better opportunity, better growth, better all those things, right? So in any case, hopping will not be a solution, right? So I always said do job farming,
Hmm.
right? So what is farming, right? So you have heard the word job hunting, right? So
Right.
I'm on the job hunt, right? So hunt means hunter goes and they do hunting and have a food, right? So that is
Correct.
the farmer. They plow the field, they prepare the ground, then they sow the plant, and then they reap it after 6 months, 1 year, right? Whatever time, right?
Absolutely.
So after 35, right? So now you are kind of in the mid of the pyramid, right? So in every organization have a pyramid, right? So like bottom, you have a freshers, right? So now you're in the between, in mid of the pyramid, right? So now you should start thinking, doing job farming rather than job hunting. So there are certain steps in job farming, like preparing your resume, your positioning, your LinkedIn presence, your network. So all those things take place, and this will help you to sustainable, right? So as a agile, we should set sustainable growth, right? So that will give you sustainable growth and sustainable opportunities, right, after 35 years of age. So that is how your plans should be, and that will work for you, rather than because Naukri and all those is good till 10 years of experience. After that,
Correct.
so your network, what you know matters, but whom you know also matters, right? So
Correct.
that will start playing. So start farming your career, and constantly,
Great.
like the way businessmen work on their business 24 hours. So similarly, you should work on your because we all are end of the day service provider, right? So we all are a service. We are giving selling our service. So you should completely work on your skills, work on your network, all those things. Then definitely will have a lot of job in the market.
Perfect. Absolutely great example you gave. Hunting is a where a lot of luck is required. You need to be in the right area. You need to be have a right animal in front of you and all that. So in the job you need to be very precise. You have to keep searching for it. Whereas in farming, you are creating your own portfolio. Like Rahul just gave example, build a strong resume. Strong resume, which means gain the skills that is currently needed. Then show your values, build your LinkedIn profile, build your network. So these are the very essential things to do job farming. And if you have a right profile, if you have a right presence, if you have a right connections, job will approach you instead of you are looking for a job.
Correct.
Great start. Great start. Now, uh, let's think in the the way recruiters as well as hiring manager thinks now. Now, what changes in hiring once you cross 35?
Your positioning matter, right? So
Mhm.
after 35, when I go through your resume, right, think like a video. Sorry, if you see any advertisement, right,
Right.
within a fraction of within a few seconds, like any advertisement is 5 seconds, 7, 10 seconds, right? Within that second, you make a complete. It play with your psychology, and within that, it's 7, 8 seconds, you make a perception about that product, right? So similarly, as I said, we all are a service provider. All right. So any recruiter will not go through your resume like a novel, right? So they will scan your resume in few seconds. So
Correct.
when they go through your resume, because resume, I'm focusing because resume is the first iron gate, right? When resume will be selected, then you will be they will talk to you, right? So
Correct.
it is the first iron gate. So your resume within 7, 8 seconds, they should understand who you are, what is your strength, what you are going to bring on the table, right? Because definitely AI can do a lot of things, but still they want something on that resume. They have certain problems that they want you to hire you. So are you right fitment for that? And that they should make it within a fraction of I will say a few seconds, right? So that is how
Correct. Mm.
that is how it works. So you should focus on what is your positioning. All right. So that is what work on your positioning. When I said positioning, it's a broader thing. Definitely, we can have some other podcast for that.
Absolutely. Yes, yes. Yeah, it's a very big term,
Yeah.
positioning, So it has to match the exact requirement, what value you can add, and how can you add that. That is a bigger discussion. We can have that separate discussion. Now, why do experienced professionals suddenly become too expensive?
It doesn't become suddenly, right? So what is the expense? What is the value, right? So value is, uh, suppose you go into a mall and you buy without using your brain, you buy a bucket of popcorn of 500 rupees, which can definitely of 50 rupees, right?
Right.
So where you are, so that is your value, right? So that popcorn is on the roadside, it will be 50 rupees, but it is
Correct.
selling uh, into the mall, it is a 500 rupees. So
500 rupees.
show your value. There is a lot of money in the market. There is no dearth of money in the market, right? But you are targeting if a mid-sized company or a service company, definitely you will not get that kind of salary, right? So, uh, so go to the like make your positioning, develop a skill set, right? A stack of skill sets, right? So I call it a stack of skill sets, and
Right.
every year you should add that. Invest on yourself, right? So the
Absolutely.
working professional has a big problem. They don't invest on themselves, right?
Correct.
That is the last thing they want to do, right? So they want to learn from you for free. They want to learn from Udemy for 500 rupees and want a 50 lakh job. They're doing 500 rupees course. Not
Yeah,
possible,
not
right?
possible.
Not possible. So invest in yourself, invest in your learning, develop a skill set, right? Definitely will get job of the what you want.
Correct, correct. See, if you are sending your CV, the hiring manager or recruiter will definitely check what job growth you have gained. But apart from that, they will definitely check what investment you have done in your learnings, your your growth as an individual. And if it is a really substantial growth, they will prefer to shortlist your CV over any other CV. So, like Rahul mentioned, how much you have invested. Just sit down, take a paper pen, note down what are the investment that you have done on your career in last 5 year, 10 years, and put it in the comments. Then we will discuss further on that. Then, what mistakes make recruiters lose interest after one look? We just gave few things. So recruiters going through your CV, any specific mistakes?
Mistakes first, like CV is reaching before you reach, right? So consider it as a marketing material, right? I
Right.
always consider you as a freelancer, right? See, we have just 2 months or 3 months of notice period. That is difference between us and a freelancer, right? Us means I think those who say that I'm job and those who are saying I'm a freelancer, right? Freelancers have a normally 15 days of notice period or So here you have a 2 months or 3 months. That's it, right? So resume is your marketing material. So build a very good resume. Next, good resume means like you should have some certain keywords. Again, that is a different thing how to build a good resume, but make a good resume, right? Professional resume, I will say, highlights your strength, right? Many times we have done a lot of things, but we don't know how to put it in the resume, right?
Correct.
So we have done, right? It is not that Scrum Masters only facilitate the things or facilitate the meetings or schedule the meetings, right? They have done actually. I have seen that kind of uh,
Correct.
resources in the market, right? They have done a lot of things, but they are not good in selling themselves. They are not good in marketing themselves, right? Or put it into the resume, how to put it, right? So, and that you have to see. This is a skill which will help you throughout your life. Even you are a CEO, CEO also have a resume, right? It's not that they don't have
Right.
a resume, right? So this is a skill which you should learn and which nobody teach you in the classroom or engineering in your engineering colleges, right? So know how to build your resume, know how to build your portfolio, right? So your LinkedIn, how you are presenting, right? So uh, what I will say, first thing is your resume, right? Work hard on your resume every day when you are on the job farming, right? Read your resume, and as I always said, when you are reading your resume line, after that say, so what? Like I have many people say that I have removed the impediments of the team. So what? Right. So what means you have read the impediment. So what was the benefit of the team? Right. So what was the benefit of
Correct.
the organization? What organization gained from that? Right.
Correct.
How much money they save? Right. So I have increased the predictability of the team. 10% the predictability increase. So what? Right. It increased, but customer was benefited. Do customer get the product before or the time or on the time or a high quality? Right. So this way, if you do, you will also get your questions right. Right. You will know that what kind of questions can be asked, and you will also know what actually you bring on the table, right? So these are some quick tips I can give you.
Correct. Great tips actually. Yeah. I always say to people, whoever comes to me for to review their CV, whatever you know, you should mention in your CV. Whatever you have mentioned in your CV, you should be able to explain it.
Right.
So if you start doing that, if it is reaching to this level, your CV firstly will get shortlisted. Secondly, you will be able to face any type of interview in your career. Great discussion. Very well explained. Now let's say if switching jobs isn't enough anymore, what should people focus on now?
I will not say now. It's always
Hmm.
right. Many these days I'm seeing a lot of article on the LinkedIn. Now technical, Scrum Master should not only respected to do facilitation and doing
Facilitation,
meetings and
yeah.
all, right?
Right.
It was never expected from a Scrum Master to do that, right? A Scrum Master is always master of the Scrum, right? So that means you should, right? You should enable the team. You should be enabler
Correct.
of the team,
Hmm.
right? And you should give a good environment to the team, right? So all those things were always there. It is not now. So now what you should do, or any time of career, what you should do, always think what is going on, right? So like AI is there, but it's not like if you take an aerospace, right? So in aerospace, still AI is not they're using on that level, right? So on the pharma industry also right now it is not of that level. What
Correct.
information? What I have talked with my students. Yeah, so what you should do? So what my company is doing, right? Right. So what my job is, right? So what better I can do for my organization? Try to
Correct.
understand where, see, don't go for the world. I'm also talking about the job, right? Be better on what you are doing, right? So in the job, see what help you can do your manager, how you
Hmm.
can help your manager to look better, right?
Correct.
Or your manager in front of his manager, how you can help him to look better, right? So, or what next role you are targeting. So, what that next role need from you, and where is the gap? Try to learn those gaps. So, this way, this is, you will call it corporate politics. I don't say. I think that always ready for next role, right? Learn what you need to have a next role. Always keep your manager and a stakeholder in your confidence. Always know the room in which your promotion or in which your increment will be discussed, who all will be sitting in that room. So they will promote you or not, right? Or like suppose your manager is saying, hey, I'm going to give 20% hike to Nages, or I'm giving promotion to the Nages. So other people sitting in the room, what will
Hmm.
be their reaction? Will they will
Correct.
or they will sponsor you. So manage them, right? Think of your next role. What is your next role, right? So, and what skill sets you need, and start looking for it and start preparing for it, right? Inside and definitely outside as well, right? So your next role, like suppose you are a Scrum Master, think for an RT or Agile coach, right? So what do you need to become Agile coach, right? So learn those skills, go and invest in yourself, learn, and never be cheap on the journey of your success, right? Don't go for a cheap mentor or cheap Udemy course or free YouTube. Do good courses, right?
Yes.
Invest, right?
Mm.
Uh, and then learn that within organization, do that, outside, do that. That is that you should do. I will not say that
Perfect.
AI is now, then you jump on the bandwagon and start learning. Look, what do you really need it? That way you
Correct.
get it.
Yeah. I absolutely love the example that you gave about what is your next role, target it, and identify the gaps. What exactly gaps are there? Invest in a good quality course or a good quality coach who will help you to reach to that level.
Correct.
So well said. Now, uh, like, how can someone become promotion ready? You already gave the example instead of interview ready. You gave two examples. Any further
Manage your stakeholders.
with your stakeholders?
Right? That is the first thing. It's not that by good work will it take you there. So definitely you should be good in your work so that your manager can endorse you, right?
Mm.
But manage your stakeholders. That is the first thing. A stakeholder, I just told you, right? Manage the room where your discussion will be done, right? So if you manage that room, because you will not be there, right? So you will not be, someone else will be vouching for you. So, and if Nagesh is saying something, others should support it, right?
Correct.
So suppose Nagesh is your manager, he's saying, right, I'm giving Rahul a promotion. So others should support that, right? So that is how you can get a promotion. Definitely be good in what you are doing. Right? So always people ask, what can I do? I said, are you the best Scrum Master of India? Right? If you are not, you still have a lot to do. Right? So try to be best what you're doing. Right? So everybody should talk about you. Manage the perception, right? So what everybody is talking around you, about you, manage that, right? So never let a negative perception about you suppress it, right? Uh, Manage, as I said, room. So these are the few things, and be good in your work. So if you are good in your work, or you have a good skill sets, nobody can replace you. You don't have to worry about corporate politics and all those things. This
Nice,
is a simple
nice.
thing.
Simple, very simple, very effective. Yeah, very nice. Coming on to our last question. Let's
Mhm.
assume you're 40 now, and how would you rebuild your career strategy?
Okay. Now, the first thing in the 40 is build your network. I always
Correct.
said, keep your
Mm,
network warm, right? Because
mm,
your network is your network, right? So after 40, your network should be very warm because now you will not get a job from Naukri.com or from a job portals, right? So your friends, your relatives, and how to find the network, few things. Go for your
correct.
school alumni, college alumni, right? Your society, right? And like in Bangalore, if you live in a societies, right? So you will have a people out there. So build a network there.
Correct.
So and in your phone, at least you should have a 10 numbers, right? If you lose your job, so you can call those 10 numbers and they can help you, right? So you always find who are those 10 numbers, like an emergency number, right? So you should have that 10 numbers in your phone always. That is the first thing I will do, build my network. Definitely I may build my portfolio and my positioning into the inside the company and outside the company as well, right? So like even I will have my LinkedIn, so I will have my personal website as well, or personal portfolio. Third, I will like to attend conferences, and I do a lot, right?
Correct.
So I like to attend conferences, be a speaker, and sometimes I'm a sponsor also. Be a sponsor as well. So a sponsor everybody, if you're not into this, then don't be a sponsor, but try to become a speaker or something like,
Correct.
right? Like
Mm,
these things will give you the visibility, like inside the organization and outside the organization. Because if you are going outside, then you can show to your organization also that look, I am doing these things. So that will be appreciated. That is the first thing. Keep your resume warm always. That is also one of the important thing. Next, don't rely only one source of income. Multiple income try to build, right? So see what you can sell into the market, what the skills you have, and what side hustle you can do. It's not that you should be always from IT, right? Nowadays, I know many professionals doing cloud kitchen, right? So a lot of other things are there, like drop
correct.
shipping. So think on that way, right? It's not IT only. I will do the IT or only what I know. Don't make one thing your identity, right? Your career transformation. So try to build something. Like I also tried to build a salon business in Noida when I was in Noida, right? So
Hmm.
so
Nice.
you can think of something, right? Because
Correct.
one time I realized that something I need to have something separate, right? So you should have a multiple source of income, right? Or you can say do consultancy also, right? Coaching. So whatever suits you, try to build that. So that is the only one thing. Next, network depends on your network, basically. Be always keep on job farming, doing job farming. So this is your strategy should be, and try to
Yeah.
become go deep in something like T-shape employee and broader in something. Because after 40, I'm assuming you have a 15, 18 years of experience now. So definitely you have acquired a lot of the skills, right? So go deep in something and broader in other things. So skill stacks, building up a skill stacks, right? So this is the thing which you can do.
Great. Absolutely awesome takeaways from today's discussion. Thank you, Rahul, for your time. Thank you for being such a wonderful speaker. From entire audience of Agile Exploration Hub, I would like to say thank you.
Thank you, Nagesh. It was a pleasure. So connect with me on LinkedIn, or you can reach
Yes.
out to me, anyone, and those who are listening, and all the audience. Right. So Nagesh is definitely doing wonderful job. Follow his channel as well. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.